Let's quickly take you back to Ekiti State, where elections will be held on Saturday to determine the next governor. I have an APC lawyer, an APC chieftain, Ishola Fapounda, joining me on the news. Thank you so much for joining us. There are so many issues during election, before, during, and after elections. But then elections will be held on Saturday. Talk to us about what you feel are your concerns that you want to be addressed before the election day.
Oh, well, is that question for me?
Absolutely, Mr. Fapounda. Please go ahead. All right, Mr. Fapounda, if you can hear me.
I can hear you clearly.
Right, if you can
I
hear
can hear you clearly, yes. I was just wondering if the question was for me or not, but
Yeah.
I think I heard the question.
Right, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Well, the concerns are being met by the appropriate authorities. I mean, we're talking about security. All the political parties are making, their preparations, and the organizations are well in place. Ekiti State isn't one of those states that actually boils up when election comes. And on election day, we're guaranteed to have free and fair election, which was what we had in the last gubernatorial elections in the state as well. We have security personnel as much as they believe that we should have in Ekiti State. So I don't think anybody in and around Ekiti, I mean, especially the voters and the entire population, are anticipating any problems whatsoever. We've never had any. Ekiti hasn't been one of those in a very long time where elections turn violent or whatever. And you can see that the security agencies have been doing very well in going around sensitizing people. We had the aspirants, all the contestants, the candidates of the different parties, I think it was yesterday, signed an agreement to lend themselves and the weight of their parties to free and fair elections, which is what we always get here. So there isn't no cause for alarm whatsoever.
So I'm not sure whether you saw the reports by Yaga Africa that allege that some of the political parties are already recruiting thugs, maybe to disrupt the process of elections on that particular day. Do you feel that is something in the offing, or that is something that's likely to happen, or it's just just a false alarm, so to put it?
Well, I won't say it's false alarm. That is a finding by Yaga Africa, one group. They have to prove and substantiate that finding. We live in the Ekiti State. A lot of them don't. With all due respect, they come in periodically during occasions like this. We live here. I live here. My family lives here with a whole lot of us, all the candidates and everybody. I don't see any of that happening. If they've actually been on ground, they would have seen that even people from my political party that have gone outside of the rules that have been put down by the party have been apprehended by security agencies and across party lines as well. This is not one place. I mean, where did they get their facts from? Who's recruiting any thugs? The APC or any of the parties? Were there thugs that were recruited in the last elections? I mean, in the last 2 election cycles, for that matter. So they have to come out and prove that. We shouldn't allow people who don't live in the state to come in and give us a bad name. This isn't, when was the last time trouble were fomented during elections? So as much as I won't say that that's false alarm, it would be nicer if when they want to bring out reports like that, they lend themselves properly to the situations on the ground.
It remains to be seen how that will actually pan out during the election. But before I let you go very quickly, CBN, due to events that actually happened over time, CBN already said that they would not keep sensitive materials in the Central Bank of Nigeria. I mean, INEC rather, they won't keep sensitive materials in Central Bank of Nigeria. Do you feel anyway whether this might affect the process of the election, because this is deviating, going away from the traditional way of doing things when it comes to elections?
I can't really comment on that. I can only comment on what we're doing in Ekiti State. Whatever INEC's decision is, I am not an official of INEC. I mean, they are the umpire. They must conduct free and fair election. We have a platform. We have a state where they have a very good platform. where they can actually conduct elections. They've never had any problems in Ekiti State. So where the issue about where and how they store their materials is entirely up to them. None of us. All that concerns me, my political party and my candidate, is they lend themselves to the proper procedure on Saturday, where they give us the ballot papers, they do all the accreditations, and then results are accumulated and sent out.
Makes sense. I can see you're very optimistic, ahead of Saturday, where the election will turn out
very much so. When you're riding on the back of a very good candidate.
Right. Thank you very kindly. We have to go now. Lawyer and APC Chieftain, Ishola Fapounda. Thank you so much for your time on the Midday News.
Thank you.